All right, white trashing. Let's see what we can do with this. So, I am tuned a little bit different. Everything is in standard except for the third string. I'm tuning the third string down to an F. All right, so everything else is in standard E, A, D, F, B, and E. All right, so please do that as we talk about the tab here. I'm doing that for a reason because we're going to have this F note a lot. You'll hear it a lot, and you can grab it with the 4th string on the 3rd fret. But we're going to have an open D string and D notes a lot in between those two notes. So rather than going on and off of that string, let's just make it easy and do something like that. You'll see and hear that in the first pattern here. There could be a few different patterns, but we have it all tabbed out as such as you will see the F in the tab. So just pay attention and make sure you're doing that because obviously it's going to sound different if you're not. So the opening is going to be something like this. All right. You'll see and hear the slide, and I left it in for every pass through of this. I only really hear it like the first time very clearly. There are times I don't hear it, but it's actually kind of hard to get to if you're using your index finger to slide on that first string, because then you got to go back up to this 5th string and then remember to plant back down on that 1st string for the 3rd fret. So I'm kind of avoiding it altogether by just using my pinky on that high E string there. So that's going to be the first pattern, and then she'll start singing with something very similar. You'll do that twice. And then something like the chorus will come around, and again, very similar, and actually I think the same as the intro. All right, and then verse 2 will be just a tad different than verse 1. You'll see the back half of it there. The tab will say 3rd fret on that high E string the second time passing through. To save some time, I'll just avoid that because we have more things to talk about. It'll go into another chorus. And then kind of like a bridge here. So I have it notated as the 3rd and the 1st string. So you'll have some notations with the plus icon. So that just means we're plucking 2 strings at once. And the 0 and the 1 will mean an open 3rd string, which is going to be our F again. And then the 1st string fretted down for the 1st fret. I'm not too confident and crazy about these sections here that have these notes, but it's the best that I can hear. I hear 0 and a 1, 0 and a 1, 0 and a 1, and then like a 2 and a 1. So 2nd fret of that 3rd string, ending every line there. Like I said, I'm not too confident in that. I definitely hear it, when you play along with them. On its own, it sounds a little bit awkward, but that's what I have. To go on, it's going to be the same as that intro there. You'll see the tab. Verse 2 is going to be largely the same as the 2nd verse, so I guess technically this will be the 3rd verse. And then pretty much all the tab is what we already went over. This part right here, all that glitters is not gold. I'm okay with it. I feel a little bit more confident than the other parts there. It's like 8 times through. And then there's a little space. This part I feel a little bit more confident. So now an open 3rd string, 1st fret, 1st string, open and open 1st strings and 3rd strings. Again, going back to the 1 there on the 1st fret, and then now an open 3rd string and then 3rd fret 1st string. So I definitely hear that. I'm just following along with the 1st string, so I'm hearing that more than anything. Here, it seems like the sound goes higher, but I think the guitar in the back end stays the same, I think. And then again, the little instrumental part there of her not singing with that same openness that came before it. All right, and then pretty much the same as for the outro here. 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 3 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 3. All right, I feel a little bit okay with that ending part there. But mostly, what you're looking for is all the tablature and the finger picking as I get my face in the frame there. So I feel okay with this tab. Spent a lot of time on it, so hopefully it helps out and it gives you ideas to work around the box and figure out that those bridges that seem just to be plucking some chords. So yeah, hopefully it helped out and it was a fun one because I'm awkwardly leaning into the camera here. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now.